ReZero is a story with dozens and dozens of characters. A roster this size really makes giving depth to these characters difficult. I mean, you either have length or girth. Beatrice is almost a forgettable character when compared to everyone else until around Season 2 came out. Beatrice is an artificial spirit made by Echidna, who I also made a video on, so if you want to, just like slide over there and click the, watch that. And she's also a member of the Amelia camp. While she may look like a victim to pop up and to catch a predator, she's actually like 400 years old. That's not an excuse, officer. We get introduced to her early in Arc 2 when she meets Subaru in the library. Arc 2 is usually associated with being an arc that explores the dynamic between Rem and Subaru, which I pretty much fully agree with. They are the primary acting characters in this, and we really get to see Rem's backstory, and we get to see Subaru's exploration of his character using this power. While Betty is in this arc, she feels much more like a plot device rather than a real character. She is the person who healed Subaru after his fight with Elsa in Arc 1, and also reveals important information to him, like how curses work and protected him in one of the loops because of a contract. This all leads to her not actually getting development, and she kind of just disappears for the rest of Season 1 after Arc 2. So with how little she really does in Season 1, and how forgettable compared to the rest of the cast she is, Season 2 really just makes her character much more involved. A lot of Season 2 is set in the Sanctuary, and we don't really see her until Episode 11, where we discover that she has a tome. Subaru says that everything she does or says is from the tome, and she doesn't actually have any free will if she follows it. After calling this out, she doesn't really react, but Subaru puts 2 and 2 together and realizes the tome can't have everything he has said, or at the very least is incorrect in some aspects. This is where he grabs the tome and realizes that it's completely empty, and Beatrice reveals that it's been empty for a while. She says that she's contracted to protect this library of knowledge, and her contractor is Echidna. The last thing Echidna told her is that she will find that person. She came to the conclusion that where the book ends is where the book's holder future must also come to an end, but she has not been killed yet. Subaru says that if she needs something, she should come out and ask for it, to which she says this.
If you really mean it, then I want you to kill me, I suppose.
I would just like to say the work they put in to make this moment land is so amazing. They intentionally made the music cut off here, which is just such a great touch. Subaru says he can't do it, which makes sense from his perspective. After that, she says she wants Subaru to make her his #1 priority, which we know won't happen because Amelia is. Subaru asks why it must be him, why he must bring her to her end, and we will never get the answer to that, as Elsa interrupts this. She deduced how Betty's doors work and then has left all of them open so she can't push Elsa out. I really love Subaru's face here, as it feels like a real reaction you would see. Betty uses magic to divert Elsa's attention and she flees with Subaru away from the mansion. This was pretty effective and led to them getting into the woods surrounding the mansion. They are interrupted by Mealy though, and Elsa fights Betty. This ends with Betty's death and Subaru is teleported back to the Sanctuary after his eyes stabbed out, which leads to one of the best sequences in this anime. So this is where a large portion of Betty's characterization is. After being alive for 400 years, basically alone, she is bound to have developed depression at this point. This is obvious in her actions both before and after this. She does have a relatively cold attitude towards Subaru and is indifferent to her existence. It's also clear that she's suicidal, as if she didn't state that already. This all makes sense in retrospect, but I don't think anyone was expecting it beforehand. I think I say this in literally every ReZero video I do. This show is so good at doing its supporting cast, aside from one character, but it nails literally every other character. There is one final instance of Betty receiving a lot of attention in this season, and that's in episode 22. Subaru barges into the library saying that he's gonna get her out, and she doesn't want to go, but then realizes Roswell hired Elsa to kill her. And then she feels satisfied in that ending because it means that Echidna didn't forget about her. I think this may be one of the lowest points for Betty as a character before she shifts dramatically upcoming. Subaru calls Echidna's mistake out, but because of Betty's relationship with her, she disagrees with what he says. But eventually, slowly, he begins to convince her. One quick interjection here. Betty's entire self-esteem is tied to what her mother thought of her up until this point. She saw her entire worth as an individual as what Echidna would think of her. Subaru's speech convinces Betty to think that Subaru is that person, which he denies. She then throws him out of the library. After the end of this episode, we barge onto the next, and Subaru tries to get the monster out of the mansion, but accidentally catches the entire mansion on fire, which means he has to evacuate Betty. Before she can be rescued by Subaru, we can get some background for Betty. We see her relationship with Echidna and how she acts as a mother figure for Betty. We also see Roswell going to the library. We see Betty kick Subaru out again once he finds her, but that won't stop him as he sprints back to and finds Beatrice. He has one of the most heartfelt speeches in this anime with Betty, and I'm glad they didn't do anything unreasonable. Everything he said was in character and honest. This all acts to make Beatrice much more caring, and we see that in the remaining seasons of the show. Just for example, in the latest rezero episode, she's very deeply concerned for Subaru, and takes an explosion for him in episode 11 so that he could live. That concludes my little analysis of Beatrice from rezero, and I'm low-key just gonna yap for like a minute. Just a little update, I'm going to college this week, so I might not have a whole bunch of uploads for like the first week or two, as I'm kind of settling in. It's my first semester. Also, guys, Marvel Tokon released. I cannot buy it, unfortunately, for I literally lost my job today. I didn't get fired, it was just like end of contract, and since I'm going to college, I have to find a new one, so your boy is officially unemployed. And oh my god, the magic bikini skin's so good. Oh my god, I'm gonna combust. I saw that on the release chart, and I was so excited. I've been praying for that. I'm so glad I saved up enough lattice to actually like afford it, so I don't have to spend any money. But oh my god, I'm so excited. Zora Mondani, if you hear this, please can I get a magic bikini skin cosplayer at my doorstep tomorrow? Oh my god, Zora Mondani, please. But yeah, if you liked the video, you could low-key like and subscribe. Also, latest rezero episode is out. Kind of scheduled this to come out about the same time as the episode comes out. But yeah, so excited, so cool. And also, they fridged my goat in X-Men 97. What the hell, man? It's so messed up.